Eric, he's coming to see us. Hello. Eric, you're going to come and say hello? He's been really inquisitive. Not quite sure he knows what he's up to, but if you hear a lot of crashing, he's knocked things over. Come on, come and say hello. Come on. Come on then. Oh, here he is. Oh, there he is. Go on then. I'm sure everybody wants to say hello to you. We are very honoured, aren't we? I'm just going to set up the laptop so I can actually see the comments properly. Where are we? Here we are. And I need to do that one to enlarge it. And I also need to turn the volume off. I've forgotten that I've not turned the volume off. So it's that one. No, that one and that one. Oh no, press the wrong button. There we go. There. So you're not going to hear me twice. No, no one wants to hear me twice. Right then, so how are you all? I can see we've got a few people here already. Hi Nikki. When you do come in, do say hello. Drop me a little message on there. I will wait until there are a few more people here and then we'll get crack-a-lacking. Hi John, how are you? So nice to see you. How is everyone anyway? Excuse me, I've got a tickle. I've had one of those days. Yeah, because yesterday I decided, well actually the day before, I took 2 days off so I could get my garden done because it was just like a wilderness out there and the triffids were growing. But I needed compost and I lifted 4 bags of heavy compost, so my back's a bit tender, but it's done and it looks really pretty and I've got some beautiful plants. I've replaced all my fuchsias that I lost during the winter thanks to the vine weevils, the evil things they are. They scoffed all of them, but the biggest casualty is my cherry tree. I'd got a beautiful morella cherry tree in a huge big tub and I thought, why is it not doing anything? Normally by now it's covered in buds, and I touched the stem and it had gone. All the roots had gone. Thank you, vine weevils. Even though I've got nematodes and I've been putting those in water and putting those into the pots. It's not good, is it? Anyway, enough of that. I have got a really fabulous deal for you all, and I will keep you waiting on just a little bit until I start going through what's in it. But if you look up there in the description, you will see that I've actually put a link to the website where you can see the half price deal. Yes, that is correct. A full collection, half price at just £4.99. And of course, if you are a Cauldron Club member, then you're going to get your discount on top of that. Anybody else sound and mouth out of sync, or is it my end? Ooh, I don't know. I think it could be the internet thing. I'm not sure. I don't know how it works. It could be your end. Mine, normally it'll pop up with slow connection across the bottom of the screen, but it hasn't this time, which is unusual. Hi Ian, how are you, my love? Are you okay? And Sharon's here, hello. Caroline, hello. Fine here, Hels, Sharon. Sandy's here, mine's okay. Nikki, it might be you. Oh, and just as I say, it hasn't said there's a slow connection. There's a slow connection. I think Linda said that it happens to her as well, and it shouldn't do because I'm not super duper fast. I mean, it couldn't be any faster. It's like 800 and something or other it's supposed to be. So considering that, do you remember when I used to try and do a Facebook Live and I was on 4 megabytes? It was like steam powered. Well, yeah, we've got super duper fast now, so it's great because you can download EastEnders and watch it within like 5 seconds, whereas it used to be, seriously, we'd set it to download and we'd watch it in the evening. We'd set it at breakfast time and it'd be downloaded by the evening. Steph's here. Hello, Steph. How are you? How is everybody anyway? Are you all doing okay? What's happened to summer? I was going to spend the rest of my time out there today because I've done all my prep this morning and I've got a couple of hours this afternoon. I thought, I know, I'll go in the garden. I've got this lovely trough that Graham built for me and I've got some geraniums that I'm going to put in it because at the moment it is full of weeds. Rained. Been raining on and off all day. Anyway, yesterday morning I went for my walk. Had a lovely time. Beautiful, bright sunshine. It was nice and crisp, so I wasn't getting too sweaty. And I see a Chinese water deer. He was just mooching along and he stopped and I stopped. And then he did this huge bound and went all the way across the fields with his tail flicking, going, oh, look at me. And then as I was walking up towards the golf course, I saw the cherry tree and there were all these cherries. So I had a decent handful of cherries and oh boy have I paid the price for it today. I won't go into detail, but I'm a bit tender of tummy, so oodles of sympathy come my way. Serves me right, doesn't it, eating cherries? They're probably not fit for human consumption, but never mind. I might lose a bit of weight, you never know. Carolyn's here. Wimbledon started, that's the problem. Do you know what? Because I couldn't go out because it were raining and I thought, I know, I'll go and sit and watch a bit of telly. BBC One, Wimbledon, BBC Two, Wimbledon. What? Never used to be on both, did it? Because I never watched daytime telly, so, but blimey. Anyway, I've been catching up on Life on Mars. Do you remember Life on Mars, everybody? I used to love that. And then the sequel was Ashes to Ashes. Well, it's on BBC iPlayer, so I've been watching that. So I had a little binge watch, 3 episodes this afternoon. It was lush. Loved it. Carol's here. Hello, Carol. I'm just going to check on here, make sure that I've got all comments, because I am getting them on my phone, which is unusual, because I don't always get them on my phone, do I? I think I'm actually... Oh, Lorna's here. If I missed you, Lorna, sorry, darling. Here you are. Hope your light system is working better than Friday. Dark light, dark light. Carolyn, that was the laptop. It's got an adaptive brightness display. So even though I'd got the curtains closed, because the sun comes through the trees, my laptop was picking that up, even though I've got my ring light on, the big light on, the daylight lamp on, and it kept going dark, didn't it? Never mind. I'm on my phone today. I'm just going to stick to the phone. That's what I know. Binged Father Brown for mother-in-law. Father Brown. Oh, I like Father Brown. That's with Mark Thingamajig, who was Arthur Weasley, wasn't he? It's either Wimbledon or football, and usual telly is well disrupted. I know. Do you know what? I thought when we finish tonight, I'll go and sit and watch the Sewing Bee. No, I won't, because it's not until tomorrow night. And they moved it to BBC Two the other day, and if I'd not been on the ball, I wouldn't have noticed, and it wasn't on the series link on the planner. Anyway, shall we crack a lacking on? Shall I tell you all about the Sweetest Spring? Sewing Bees tomorrow instead of today. I know, Steph. They move everything, don't they? Anyway, let's crack on. So, up there, details, link to the Sweetest Spring, which is a full collection. I was going to add them all up and then I forgot, so I had a quick scoot on the website and it says over 232 A4 printable sheets. Oh, you're off, Eric. Eric's gone all shy. Stock on Netflix, rather handsome guy, isn't it? Oh, might have to have a little look for that. SWAT. Is it, what's it called? SWAT. Okay. Well, it's made me blush even thinking about handsome men. Right, so Sweetest Spring, normally $9.99. For a short period of time, it's going to be $4.99. If you are in the Coven and you're a club member, then you will get your discount off that as well. So I can't remember how much that is. I think it's an extra 25% off the top of my head. Coven club members will know. Hi, Tracy. Sharon's saying yes. Well, I'll look for that, Sharon. Right, so contained within this huge collection, you've got 8 sets of toppers. And don't forget, these are all A4 printables. You've got poetry toppers. You've got 4 5x7, 4 6x6, 4 A5, 4 A6 and 4 DL. And they are beautiful. I have printed some out so I can show you. We've got decorative papers. You've got 8 portrait and 8 landscape. So you've got 8 designs. 8 of them are portrait and then 8 of them are landscape. So it means if you are doing a project that's wider, then that's great because you've actually got that width along rather than it being tall and having not enough paper to cover the page. Watching tennis while I'm watching you, says Jackie. Hi Jackie, nice to see you, love. Mark Williams, I liked him in the Building Society advert where he says, we all want to be together. We all want to be together. Excuse me, anyone from Birmingham. My Birmingham accent's not that good, actually. I do try, and I've got enough friends from Birmingham or the West Midlands, but accent's not that good. Right, so solid colour. No, I've moved on. Decorative papers we've done. Essential papers, you have got 8 colourways. You've got your positives and your negatives, and in total there are 64. So you've got 8 that have got like the dark background with the white dot, and then you've got the white background with the coloured dot. You know what I mean when I say positive and negative. Then in your solid colours, you've got 8 light, 8 mid, and then 8 in the dark tone. Inserts, you've got 8 designs in each of the following sizes with full and diluted options. So you'll have the full saturation colour and then you'll have the diluted saturation. So, which is fab because then you could put one on the front, one on the inside. It's entirely up to you. Sharon's saying, yes, but I like Deacon, can't remember his name. Don't know. Missed you while you were away. Oh, thank you, Jackie. That's nice of you to say. I did have a lovely time. It was fabulous. Right, inserts. You've got 6x6, you've got 8x8, and you've got 8x5, and you've got 16 of each. Remember, you've got the full colour and the dilute. Then in finishing touches, you've got 2 A4 sheets of flowers, 2 leaves, 2 bows, 2 tags, 2 pennants. And then your sentiments, you've got 4 sets of sentiments in 2 colourways. So you've got 8 in total. And within that, you've got all your relatives, you've got your strip sentiments, and you've got your general greetings as well. Sorry, answering Caroline, lol. Not a clue. It's gone over my head as that. Then you've got your alphabets in 8 colours, and you've got your up and lowercase and all your ordinals. Envelope liner templates in 5x7, 6x6, 7x7, 8x8, A5, A6, DL, practically every single envelope that you're going to need. And when we say template, it's actually the outline of the envelope so it can go inside another liner. So what I tend to do is I print that out first and then pop it back in the printer with the chosen background paper that I want to use. Print over the top. You can still see the line, cut it out. If you can't see the line, if it's quite a dense print, then print it on the back and cut it out that way. And then finally, envelope boxes. 6x4, 6x6, 7x5, 7x7, 7x10. So your big old cards there. 8x8, A5, and a treat box for $4.99. And you're going, well, what is the Sweetest Spring? I can't remember. Oh, hold on a minute. What's going on here? We're talking about handsome men. I'm missing all the comments. Right. Jay Harrington. Don't know who that is. Yes, that's so handsome, but also his character is sweet. I need to be having a look at this. It's a good job my phone's in use, otherwise they'd be going, Google, handsome. Anyway, do you want to have a look? I've printed out all of the toppers for you. So we're going to start off with this one. So we've got circle toppers. Look at this. Isn't it just the most adorable little Flopsy bunny? And then you've got these beautiful blooms. I love that little dress as well. It's so cute. And you've also got your circle sentiments there. Next up, we have got the squares. Look at these flowers. These are perfect for embellishments. You've also got sentiments on there. Look at that little bonbon. He don't half look like Alan. Alan was my rabbit, if you remember. So Alan the rabbit, he was such a lovely rabbit, was my Alan. And then you've got the concept card square designs there. Beautiful kit, lots to make journals, etc. with it. It is an absolutely stunning kit. I love the colours in this. And of course, who doesn't want a rabbit wearing a straw bow tie? But look at the flowers as well. The florals in this are absolutely divine. Next, you've got this one. So that's your 6 toppers there. You've got the little chap's outfit. You've got a little girl's outfit there. What's Jackie saying? Have to check if I've got this kit. It looks beautiful. I can't remember the exact month that we launched this, but it was early 2023. 2020? Yeah, 2023. I can't remember the exact month though, because I had to get it off my Terrapin because it's not on my laptop anymore. Look, it's just absolutely adorable. Samantha's here. Hi Samantha, how are you? And then more concept cards here. Look at his little face. I did actually buy Alan a hat. It was like a straw bow tie, and it had holes in it for his ears, although one of his ears was floppy. One of them, it did stick up a little bit, and he ate it. The hat, not his ear, obviously. Then you've got your ovals. Look at that dandelion, isn't it just adorable? And I love the fact that we've got blue foliage here as well. I just want to know what he's thinking. He's got mischief on his mind. The way that that actually looks like Alan with one ear up and one ear down. He was very, very naughty as well. Rabbits can be quite naughty, can't they? Very obstinate. And then we've got the arched windows. I'm actually going to do a demo using the arched window. Look at that though, with the little goose. It's like a little hanging goose. I think it's like, not like either a posh bird feeder or a candle maker or something. A candle holder. Right, so remember what I was saying about the poetry toppers? Here we've got the 5x7 spring days. Do you want me to read it to you? It's set because obviously it's flipped because I'm on the forward facing camera. What's it called again? It's called Sweetest Spring. Steph, there's a link up there. It'll take you straight to the website. Right, the air is sweet with fragrant scents of newly mown grass and blooms immense. And all around the earth seems new, a world that's fresh and bright and true. Each day is a gift we can all treasure, sent by nature with value beyond measure. Isn't that beautiful? It really is. Then we've got an example of the 6x6 poetry topper. Sandy said she's got this collection and she loves it. Thank you, Sandy. And don't forget, because this is already a previous collection, if you head on over to our Pinterest board, if you have a look on Creative Friends, if you go to the little magnifying glass and put Sweetest Spring in, there will be an album that when we launched this, Lisa always makes an album for all our makes. So everything that the sample makers make will be in there as well. So either pop over Pinterest or go on to Creative Friends. You'll be able to see all the details there to get some inspiration. Right, friendship is a precious gift, a bond that's true and strong, a treasure that we hold dear and cherish all life long. That's so true. It's a bond that knows no distance, no matter where we roam. Our friends are always with us, a place we can call home. For friendship is a journey that we take hand in hand. With love and trust and loyalty, our lives become more grand. Isn't that lovely? And then I've got an example of the A6. These absolutely stunning florals here. That's about true love. And then what I've done is I've printed out portrait and then landscape because I'm so much better showing you what I mean. So that's your portrait. And then that is your landscape. So you see, you've got the same design, but one of them's just portrait, one of them's landscape. So if you are doing a wider card, or if you're doing journaling and you want to fold it, things like that, it's all catered for. Carolyn is saying, good for making Chinese, I'm going to read off here because it's easier. Chinese folding screen card using the arch toppers. Ah, like a trifold card. That'd look lovely, wouldn't it? Crafting friends, you're welcome to add your mates to the collection albums too. It's about sharing the love of craft. As Sharon says, yeah, if you've got any of your creations that you've made with any of the collections that we've got, just upload your photos in there, because I know that, you know, it's not just about the sample makers, it's about you as well. And, you know, the community that we've got here on Creative Friends is all about crafting. So, yeah, like Sharon says, fill your boots, my loves. Right then, so that is all that. I'm going to shut your eyes, everybody, because I'm going to twizzle you around and we'll do a demo. There we go. So let me get you set up in the right place. Hopefully that's about, is that about right? Should we come a bit lower? There we go. Right. So I've actually done 3 demos today. Should we see if we can get them all done? If I don't waffle too much, you never know. We might get them done. So I had a lovely time playing with these. I mean, working on these. And don't forget, if you've not joined us before, I am back to front because this is the forward-facing camera on my phone. So it will look like it's reversed. When I go to look at albums in Creative Friends, I can't see the magnifying glass to search specific kits. You should be able to, I'm pretty certain. Unfortunately, without coming out of this, I'm not going to be able to go and show you, but I know there's a magnifying glass and then it says albums, and then I'm pretty certain there's a little bar that you can type in whatever album it is that you're looking for. I'm pretty certain that we do that. I'll have a look later for you, Jackie, and I'll let you know. Right, so look at that powder blue. Isn't it just the most adorable colour blue? This is the mid-tone. And I've got one of the decorative papers. And it's just how everything goes so well together. And this looks like it's been really drawn really finely with a fine liner, and then just a little bit of watercolour in there. And then just to add in a little bit of the green, I've got some of this paper. So this is another one of the decorative papers. Just add in a little bit of glue to the back of it. And this is just plain white paper, 120 GSM, just to break up the design to make it stand out. Now I could have used blue, but I didn't want it to be too dark, so I've lifted it a little bit just by using some white paper in the background. And then I'll stick this one down. So that one could go, oh no, turn it right way around, woman. Can't have it upside down, can we? Right, let's get that where it needs to go. And then we'll stick that down. And then what I've done is I've printed this out twice. So I printed out my topper sheet twice. This is the one with the arched windows on them, as I call them. So I've got this one, and I've got some more of the white paper. I've cut that one out, and then I've cut the white paper out for it to fit. And then I'll stick this one down. There we go. And make sure that's nice and neat. And then I've got a little bit of a wobble going on there because obviously you're freehand cutting it. So once it's stuck down, you can then go in and just trim it up, snip around, so I've not got any little ugly bits. But how I normally do it is I'll get what I want to stick it onto. In this case is the blue. And then I can glue it down first. So I'll bob some glue on the back, and then we'll just get that lined up where I want it to go. Now, that is just a little bit too wide. When I've measured it, it's a couple of millimetres bigger. Kevin's going to put the links in to help. Thank you, Sharon. Thank you, Kevin. Play school moment. Yeah, we're going through the arch window. And there's Kevin. He's put the link on for you to the inspiration on Pinterest. So you can just click on that link and off you'll toddle to Pinterest. Right, so look, can you see that's wider by a couple of mils than that side, and that's really going to annoy me. So I'm just going to trim that down. And for those of you who missed last week, I got new blades. Still not found the old ones. Not a clue where they went. The spares, but I've bought new ones, so I've got a nice crisp cut. Right then, excuse me, I've got a proper little frog in my throat tonight. Then all I'm going to do is cut around here. So can you see what I'm doing? I'm actually turning that card as I'm cutting. So I'm not moving the scissor, I'm moving the card, and that will mean that it should be a little bit smoother. There we go. So that's pretty much even. Excuse me. If you try and move the scissor, that's when you go all wobbly. That is going to fit round about there. And what I'm going to do is add some 3D foam to the back of this because I want to lift it up a little bit. Oh, brilliant. Kevin's put a link to YouTube as well, because he always does little YouTube videos for us before launches, so there'll be little videos on there. That's brilliant. Thank you, Kevin. Right, so I'm adding a bit of 3D foam just to the back. There we go. And then just a little bit in the middle. Just to support it. There we go. Right then, let's get these back bits off. Here we go. Right, so now they're all sticky. I can then line that up where I want it to go. And press that down there. So already that looks quite sweet, doesn't it? I quite like the look of that. But what I've done is I've got a second one. What's the point of the scissor to was tip someone said once, and you cut straighter. Yeah, I heard that as well, but it never works for me. It's always, somebody had said, watch where you're cutting to. So when you're cutting, you keep your eye on there and cut along. But that's okay, I suppose, for a straight line, but for a curve, if you try and move the scissor, immediately you're going to go on a wonk. If you move the card, that scissor is more in control. So I do this when I'm cutting out around flowers and stuff as well. So it's a little bit wobbly there. Let's not let's not waste too much time on that. Because what I actually want to do is cut that out anyway. So I'm actually going to go up against that line, because I'm going to do some decoupage for this. So I am going to do some snippies. Right. So I'm going to come in and around and then just snip off what I don't need. Hi Linda, say hello. Remember, we have all of Hels demos and the entire library of live streams available to view anytime over on the YouTube channel. You can get the index here. Thank you, Kevin. Right. So I don't want that one because that's quite fiddly. So I'm going to come in here. And am I holding this near enough? What I'm actually doing is, as I'm cutting, I'm closing the scissor, but I'm actually moving the card. There we go. Because this is just the way that I do it. I mean, you know, if you, we've all been crafting for years and years now, haven't we? So we all have our own little ways of doing things, but this is just a way that I've found to be easier, just more control over it. Sometimes I'll cut right up to the image, sometimes I'll leave a little white line around it, a little bit of card. It just depends on how I'm feeling. There we go. And that is going to sit on there. And then I've got Mr. Bonbon. So I want to just have this one lifted up, not that one. Because if I lift both of them up, it's going to look like everything's lifted up. So, bit ruthless, I know. But I'm going to come in, snip away the bits that I don't want. And I always find that it's easier when you are cutting out to do some decoupage, is just remove that extra bit that you don't need, and then you're not going to get confused. And then again, I'm just going to go back in, cut around Mr. Bunny. He just looks so cute there with his little straw bow tie. And then cut around here. He just looks like my Alan. He's so sweet. Little fluffy bonbons. One of the reasons why I love this collection so much, and I always have done, is the fact that not only you've got this really cute little bunny, you've also got the gorgeous colours, but the florals as well. They just look so lovely. So now I'm going to add some 3D foam behind these to lift them up. Oh, we've got some more comments. Boo, I just spilled my coffee. Boo to you, Linda, hope you're all okay. I'm like you, Hels, big scissors. I love my long big scissors. Not on my 12 by 12. Yeah, don't be doing that. I love the vintage feel that pretty kit has. It has got that lovely vintage feel, hasn't it? I think it's the colours that are within it. So a little bit of 3D foam for Mr. Bunny. There we go. And then for these gorgeous flowers that are up at the top, I'll add a little bit. So I've got a bit there. Of course you can use glue gel if that's what you prefer. So I'd usually put a little bit more 3D foam on than this, but I've got 3 demos that I want to do, but I'm not wasting my time putting loads of 3D foam on. So that one is going to go around about there like that. Now I have got a sentiment and it says best wishes. I've chosen the green one because it matches in with this green paper, and also can you see a couple of the leaves here have got a bit of green, so it just brings it all together. So this one I'm just going to snip it down to size because I don't want it to be too... See, look, can't even cut a straight line on something so small. There. And that I want to be around about, I think I'll bob that about there. And what I am going to do is add some 3D foam to that one as well. There we go. So that one's going to go about there. And then, when I was buying the blades, and I got some new pearls and I got some gems, I also got some new stickles as well. This is my favourite stickles. This is Stardust. Stickles is by Ranger, same people that do Distress. They're absolutely gorgeous, and it's just, they call it glitter glue. It's not really a glue, it's just, you wouldn't want to use it as a glue. It's just glitter within a suspension. And when I went to Ranger in New Jersey to do the Ranger University, many moons ago now, we were given a factory tour, and they said, whatever you do, do not put your hand in the vat of stickles, because they produce everything there on site, and they've got these huge big barrels of stickles, and it's mesmerising because it's all warm and liquidy. But obviously you're not allowed to put your hand in the vat of stickles, although I really wanted to. I actually did behave myself. It's changed, hasn't it? So I'm just adding some sparkles in there, and I'm just going to add a little bit along here. So they've got loads of different colours of them, but this one is my particular go-to, Stardust, because it's like a clear glitter. Once it's dried, it's just like all crispy and icy, and it does look lovely. And then I have got some gems. I've got some free tweezers with the gems as well, which I didn't even realise until I just opened up the packet. Always a bonus. And then, even though they are self-adhesive, you know what I'm like, I have to have my extra glue on there because I want this to arrive as I made it. And when it goes through the rollers at the post office, these are just going to go ping, aren't they? Oh, these tweezers are okay, actually. They're really nice and fine tip. That's a bonus. Free tweezer is. Go and get in place there, you. Right. And then just having 3 down here just to balance it. So we've got another one there. And a last one there. And then what I'll do is I'll turn it ever so slightly. I can't get used to those. These are my favourite ones. Because they've got like a bend, so I can use them to press down as well, whereas these ones are pointy, and they are quite open, whereas these are a bit close together. You get what you pay for though, because you could pay quite a lot of money for these ones. So now I'm just lining these up to get them exactly where I want them. And I think that that is pretty much how I want it to look. Going the wrong way again. One of these days I'm going to work out which is left and which is right, aren't I? I might actually. I might just write something on this mat. What do you think? It's lovely, isn't it? The way it all goes together. Excuse me with my little froggy throat. Let's have another drink. Right then. Excuse me. A quick run through of what is in this collection. So it's the Sweetest Spring. If you have a look up there in the description, I have put a link to the Crafty Witches website where you can actually get this straight away. It's £4.99. If you are a Coven Club member, then you will get your discount off that as well. Over 232 printable A4 sheets with 8 sets of toppers. You've got poetry toppers in 5 different sizes. So there's 4 of each in 5x7, 6x6, A5, A6 and DL. You've also got, decorative papers in portrait and landscape. You've got 8 each of those. You've got 64 essential papers in 8 colourways, positive and negatives. Then you've got 8 light, 8 mid and 8 dark solid colours. You've got inserts. Remember what I said earlier, you've got the dilute colours and you've got the full saturation colours on your inserts. So 6x6, 8x8, A5, 16 of each. Then you've got your finishing touches. So 2 A4 sheets of flowers, 2 leaves, 2 bows, 2 tags, 2 pennants, 4 sentiments in 2 colourways. So 8 in total with all your relatives, your strip sentiments and your general greetings. Plus your alphabets in 8 colours. uppercase, lowercase, and your ordinals and your numbers. Envelope liner templates in 5x7, 6x6, 7x7, 8x8, A5, A6, DL, and envelope boxes. It's like one of those adverts here on advertisement radio, isn't it? What do they call it? Local radio, you know, when it gets really quick at the end with the terms and conditions. Right, envelope boxes in 6x4, 6x6, 7x5, 7x7, 7x10, 8x8, A5, and a treat box for under a £5. What can you actually get for a £5 nowadays? Do you know what? Did I tell you that I went shopping the other week? I come home with 3 bags of shopping and I'd spent 79 quid. Shocking. 79 quid. And he cried when she said it was that much. And I'd not even bought any cake. Right, so let's move that one out of the way. And I've got my next demo here. So this is a 7x7 card. And what I wanted to show you is the square concept card that we always do, that Becky always designs, is this one. This is one of them. And the other, let me just grab the top of sheet that it's come from so you can actually see. Right then, so this is the other one. So you've got your little fella here, and then you've got this one. So this is one of those where you could actually you could print it several times and have these on foam and lift that up. And then how many times did you print it? 1 for the base, then 2, 3. You could actually print that 4 times and really go to town on the decoupage. You could, of course, you can resize it. So when you open these up, because these are all PDFs, when you open them up in Adobe, on your print options, it'll either say fit, so you could actually make this a lot bigger if you wanted to. Isolate it with a snapshot tool, print to fit, so it'd be an 8x8, or you could actually make it smaller if you wanted to batch make smaller cards. Kevin has done videos for those as well. But what I've actually done is just printed it out at size, and I've printed it out twice. So this is going to be the first layer, and I've left just ever such a small white border around it when I've cut it out. And then I have decided, do you know what, instead of just having a 6x6 card, because that would be great on a 6x6, wouldn't it? Literally, you could keep it as simple as you wanted. I've actually oomphed the size, so we've gone 7x7. And then I've got some more of this lovely paper. Now, you know what I was saying last week about my printer? I've actually found out what the problem is. It has got a blocked nozzle, and my printer has told me now that I can't do any adjustment to the nozzle because it's dead. So all of my printy prints now are going to have this banding on it, which is really annoying on my solid colours. And I don't understand why. I said it last week, didn't I? That pop group Rage Against the Machine, it was the blooming printer they were raging against. I don't know why it's done it. It's only printed 4,000 sheets so far, so really it shouldn't be thinking about giving up the ghost. But no, this nozzle, it's just, you know when you print out the your nozzle check, and you've got like a little box of black and a box of colour, so you've got your yellow, your blue and your pink. In the black there's a gap, so it says, are there any gaps? You press yes, it'll say clean check nozzle or something. So I did that, done that several times, believe me. And now it says adjustment cancelled, can no longer carry out this function, or something similar, which I am really miffed about. Told you it's a Friday afternoon printer. But look at that, I just squidged that. This is why when you use wet glue, don't push it down too much, because you can go back in. Give it a wiggle. There we go. So I've broken that up with a little bit of white paper. Now I didn't need to do that so much because this has got a white background, but I quite like the idea of that. Then I've gone in, so this was the mid-tone, and this is the light tone, the darkest one on the light. So they are ever so slightly different, but that's only because I've not got enough of this colour, so I went back in to print some more and just clicked the wrong one. But it doesn't matter because they all worked together perfectly, because that's the, you know, all of the tones. Becky's actually designed them all to go with all of these colours. And then we've got this lovely soft grey, and within the soft grey you've got these beautiful little blue bits. So that is going to go on there like that. Isn't that pretty? So adorable. And I won't mind as well. I only filled it up with ink a few weeks ago, so it's got loads of ink in it. I'm just going to keep using it because on these it's fine. It's just on the solid colours. Well, by the time I've printed out, or you know, I've covered it up, you can't really notice it anyway, can you? It's the greens for some reason. The greens. Let me show you. And it's probably because there's black in green, isn't there? Look, that's it. Just printed on a standard high quality. Can you see how it's missing? And this is really clever. I'm not sure whether this is going to pick up, but you can actually see blue and yellow. A line of blue, so it's the cyan, and then that's the yellow. Has the yellow got a name, or is it just yellow? I think it's just yellow, isn't it? So where that line, that nozzle isn't working with the black, that's what it's giving. So this is on printed on standard high, so I printed it on high, and it's not that bad, is it? Try updating the printer firmware, might help. Kevin, I did. Thank you, love, for that. I got a message and it was update, doing all from Epson, doing all the updates. So I did all the updates because it told me to. And then it's just, you know, when you're doing your maintenance and you're trying to clean your nozzles, so to speak, it's saying that it can no longer do this function. Wonder how easy it is, because to actually take it apart and get some proper cleaner for it. I don't know. Printers. I bet I'm not the only person who has a love-hate relationship. But like I said, it's not really affecting the majority of the stuff that I print. It's just, if anything's green, then it's really standing out. So I've got to do it on a really high definition, which is fine. Okay, so a little bit of glue gel. Just Mr. Bun Bun. Been there, done that, cleaned up the mess. So is it a bad idea to think about doing that? You're going to say, yeah, aren't you? I remember my previous printer, I had to do something with a pad. Does that make sense? It's like a tray with a lot of pads in it. They all needed washing out. And of course, because I was so busy, I couldn't do it. So Graham had to do it. It might work, but if the head is damaged, that's it. Thing is, Kevin, it's only a year old as well. So I don't know why would the head be damaged? It's probably gone, I'm not working for her anymore. She uses me too much. It probably is and all, isn't it? It does get a lot of use. But even so, I expect it to last more than a year. But I am going to get the, tomorrow, get the helpline number for Epson and get onto them, because, like I said, you know, I mean, it's only a year old. Should have lasted longer than that. And it is a really good printer. Or it has been. I be tempted to contact the manufacturer and play. Yeah, well, this is it. But would they say, is it reasonable use when I've done over 4,000 prints with it? It's 3,000, actually 3,900 something when I did that. And then I've printed out a lot more stuff since. So they possibly could say, actually, no. You know, I mean, they could, I suppose, without trying, if you don't ask, you don't get, do you? What's it our Linda says? Shy Burns getting out. Can always ask, can't I? My brother office will not print reds, comes out muted, even have to clean him with genuine inks. Yeah, you see, this is the thing. My old Epsom reds, it used to come out brown. It used to look really ugly. This one, fabulous. The reds are really vibrant. It makes me happy that I've got nice reds, but the greens are causing the trouble now. I wonder if I turned it off and then turned it back on again. And I have got a lovely hammer. I've got a Her hammer. Did anybody else buy a Her hammer from QVC all those years ago when they were flogging them? A Her hammer. Do me a favour. It's a hammer and it's got a flowery print on it. Don't work any different to a normal hammer. So if I just gave it a little knock, that probably wouldn't do it any good either, would it? Right, black gems, black, to match a bit on the bunny. Yeah, cleaning kits on the famous website, the one after the river. Yeah, Kevin, that's what I was looking at earlier. It said genuine Epsom head cleaning kit. And I thought, is it worth it? Because that does sound like it's going to be quite messy. It's not been right since it's got paper jammed in it. A couple of weeks, well, about a month ago. Paper jammed in it, and it's not been right since then. So annoying though, isn't it? Jackie's saying gorgeous. Thank you, Jackie. We'll add a few little bits of sparkle. These flowers are so lovely, aren't they? I think he might have a little bit of a sparkle on the ribbon on his boater. There you go, Mr. Bonbons. So that's 2 with the bunny. The Birmingham screwdriver does come in handy sometimes. Is that what they call it? My dad always used to call it an hammer. What's an hammer? Hitting in nails. Funny what you remember, isn't it? Anyway, so I've got a little bonus extra because normally I only ever do 2. But I thought, no, I'll do an extra one tonight because I've got all these lovely prints and I did get a bit carried away, as you do. So I've got a 6x4 and I'm going to have that one as a landscape. And I've got some of my green. You see, look, that looks all right, doesn't it, when I bob that on there? Thank you, Sandy and Caroline. That's very kind of you. That doesn't, it doesn't look too grainy, does it? I think I'll just leave it. I don't want to start opening it up and it going all goofed up. Because am I allowed to tell them what's coming up on the 14th? I'm probably not allowed to tell you, but we've got Pollyanna Pickering. And I'm dead excited because for the very first time ever, I'm actually guesting the show. And Linda's gutted, bless her, that she can't be here. But we all know that Linda's got a lot going on at the moment. So I've stepped in. I'm going to be doing the Pollyanna. So I need to make sure that my printer is not being a goof for the Pollyanna shows. Right, so let's get that lined up. Right, it's got a nice green border. Got my own toolkit as hubby is not DIY minded. I've got my own toolkit from when I lived on my own. I've got my hammer and my screwdrivers and I have got an electric screwdriver as well. I bought that when I bought a lot of flatback furniture from MFI. Because believe it or not, I actually used to work at MFI. Oh yes. So we used to get a really good staff discount. It was like a little fill-in job before I started on the railway. But we used to get a really cracking staff discount. So I bought a load of furniture. And I bought an electric screwdriver so I could put it all together. But I do find my favourite tool of all time is a proper good old-fashioned butter knife. Because one end is quite sturdy. You can use it as a little hammer for hammering in your nails. And then, of course, you've got the round bit, which could be a screwdriver. Right. Here we go. So, offcuts. And then this is one of the sentiments from that square topper sheet, from this topper sheet. And then I actually used this. Instead of using it on its own, I went in with my scissors and cut it out. So I thought, no, we don't want rabbits on this one. MFI, that's going back quite a few years. I know. I only worked for them for, it was like 6 months in 1999. Selling beds in the bedroom. Well, I worked in the bedroom section. But yeah, my best bit for commission was beds. Should get good commission on beds. I went to the Silent Night factory as well. They gave me, we had to go on this training course. And you remember the hippo and the duckling on the Silent Night advert? They actually gave me the cuddly toys of the hippo and the duckling. I think they're up in the loft. Little butterfly. There. I'm losing my voice. What's going on? Managed to sort my storage crafts desk mended. Oh, brilliant, Jackie. I'm so pleased. Used no nails and put hinge back in, sorted. Oh, well, don't do it again. Oh, I'm really pleased you got that sorted because I know you were absolutely gutted, love, weren't you? Right. So, let's cut this out. I have absolutely no idea what's going on with my voice, so I'm really apologetic about this. I hope I'm not getting a lurgy. I haven't got time for a lurgy. Especially after eating those dodgy cherries off that cherry tree. Wild cherries. They looked edible. They tasted lovely. They were really sweet. There was one that was a little bit tart, but the rest of them were really sweet. But it obviously shows a forager I am not. That Chinese water deer was probably across the field laughing at me, going, yeah, we know what she's going to be doing tomorrow. We bought kitchen from MFI and loaded it into the boot and onto the roof rack of our car that also contained my husband, myself, 3 children. It was fortunate that it was mostly downhill on the 15-minute drive home. Was it a Schreiber kitchen? I remember we used to do Schreiber and, oh, what was the other one called? Did it begin with an H? I can't remember now, it's that long ago. I remember when Graham and I first got married and we were given a load of vouchers. And we went to B&Q. Was it B&Q? Or was it Homebase? No, it was Homebase. And we bought a barbecue, a big gas barbecue, and a patio set, really big table, 6 chairs to go with it, and all the cushion pads, and then realised that we'd got a golf. How'd you get with? I don't know, it was like Jenga. It was like garden furniture Jenga, but we managed to get everything in. It's like my neighbour next door, Paulina. She's so lovely as Paulina. She's from Trinidad originally, and she came over here in the early 60s to be a nurse, and she worked as a nurse in the NHS for 50 years. And she's just retired up here. She is such a darling. And I took her to the nursery the other day because obviously I'm going up there to get loads of plants for the garden. And we only went for a few bits. We had one little trolley between us, which soon went into 2 trolleys each. And we needed compost. We had to go back the following day. We didn't get enough. I loved MFI as well, Jackie. MFI stuff was really good. I have still got 2 bedside cabinets, a bed frame, 2 bookcases, 2 tall boys, and two cabinets, you know, like little, yeah, 2, have I got 2? Yeah, and 2 cabinets that were all from MFI, bought in 1999 and 2001, those lot were. There we go, what do you think of that? So you could do a card that hasn't got the cuteness. It's just got the flowers, and I've given that quite a lot of depth on there with the glue gel. So here we go. Here are the 3 demos that I've managed to do today. I told you I'd get 3 done, didn't I? Oh, sorry, I just knocked you. Here we go. Right, close your eyes. Whee! I'm back. I don't know why my throat's gone all croaky and funny. Don't know. Oh, don't take my glasses off. Nikki's saying, love it, thank you. I never think about doing cards like that. Last one, beautiful. Thank you, Jackie. I always, when I've been crafting for a while, and you know when you get loads of offcuts and get bits and bobs that you haven't used, that is what I always do. I'll always do a card using all the offcuts because you don't need to overload it. Let me just grab that for you. I think the fact that it's not got everything covered, it's embraced the white space, they say, don't they? I know a lot of journalers do that. When they're doing journaling, they'll leave a white patch. And I think the way that I've always crafted is as much has to be covered as possible. So I am learning just to take a breather and just do something really simple. But then you can go over the top and do something like that that's really heavily decorated. Look at him. I want to know what he's thinking. He's up to mischief, isn't he? And then, of course, I've got that one, which I've 3D'd as well. So, Sweetest Spring, over 132. I'm not going to read out that list again because you're all going to be nodding off. Up there, click on that link. It'll take you straight to the Crafty Witches website where you can purchase. Have we still got the taster for the Coven Club? I think we have, haven't we? So if you're not a Coven member, because we do a year membership and a 6-month membership, and I think Linda was doing like a tester, so you could just have a month's membership just to see, like, dip your toe in the water. Don't forget, if you are a Coven member, you are going to get your discount off as well as the discount. So it'll be less than $4.99. Don't ask me to do maths. I'm going to challenge myself to make a card with leftovers. That's what I do all the time. You'll see a lot of the cards that I put together are just little scraps that I'm putting together. And sometimes if I've got quite a few left over, then I'll just make a batch of cards that are just bits and bobs, because they don't need to be over the top all the time, do they? Anyway, I shall love you and leave you. I am going to be back on Friday at 2 p.m. So do it for your diary, Friday at 2 p.m. We haven't 100% decided what or which one, but it will be Pollyanna as far as I'm aware, which is relatively unheard of. We rarely put a discount on Pollyanna. I can't wait, seriously. Sandy's saying I do this myself. When our babies were very little, they started off in baby carrier on Dad, then went into a pushchair. When number 3 son first went into his pushchair, we forgot him and left him in the bedroom display. I'm going to have to carry on reading that because it says more. Read more, see more. Here we are. In the bedroom display at MFI for a few minutes, we previously left number 2 in the dairy aisle in Sainsbury's. Did you not like them? They can be a bit annoying sometimes, can't they? It's like, do you know what? I'm sure I had something with me, but I can't quite remember what it was. I'm no room to talk, have I? I have no children, so I've never forgotten them. So, Tracy's saying thank you. Cheers to you. Cheers to you as well, Sandy. Good night and thank you, says Carolyn. Yes, so don't forget, 2 o'clock on Friday, I will be here. More chatterings and more musings, and hopefully this isn't like it seems to have cleared up now. I don't know whether it's just because I've been yapping a lot. I don't know. Anyway, I shall bid you good night and have a great rest of the week. See you on Friday. Bye.